everyone, and welcome back to Ventures with Them. Yes, I look like a wreck, but I have been outside and it is about 100 degrees out there. I don't really know what the heat index is, but it is so hot. So if you're out there, make sure you're drinking lots of water and taking breaks often. I do want to talk about some of the TV shows that are on right now. We've talked about Disney Plus, but I don't think we've actually talked about any other of the TV shows and things that are going on. And so we've been watching several of them here lately. And as it's getting to be fall, we've done some, like we've done The Haunting of Blob Manor. If you haven't seen that one, you really should watch it. It's it's pretty creepy, so just make sure that you're good with that kind of stuff. It's definitely about a haunting, so it's not something that just everybody can watch. That I know, but if you are into that kind of stuff, I do recommend it. We are fixing to watch Haunting of Hill House next. So I will let you know about that one. We just finished season 2 of Outer Banks. If that is on Netflix, and so is The Haunting of Bly Manor and The Haunting of Hill House. If you have not seen Outer Banks, I highly recommend it. Now, it's not for young kids. There is drinking and language and stuff like that in it, so it's not for young kids. Just make sure you go into it knowing that. But to us, it's kind of like, and I'm telling my age here, but it's kind of like a modern day Goonies. Which is pretty awesome. I mean, we love Goonies, and so we love it. If you're into things like that, check it out because it is so good. So we had watched season 1. It's been a while since they put one out. We actually had to go back and watch season 1 again to make sure that we were good on it before we started season 2. We couldn't remember exactly how season 1 ended, and so we wanted to make sure that we were, up on it and that we knew exactly what was going on. So we did watch it again, but it was just as good the second time as it was the first time. And then season 2, oh my gosh. The cliffhanger on the end is just like, can they please go ahead and start season 3 now? Because we're just sitting here shocked. So definitely a good one. Definitely something to check out if you love to watch that series or TV shows or something like that. We binge watched them and did it in a few days. So there's not a whole lot of episodes. I want to say there's maybe like 10 or 11 episodes per season. So there's not a whole lot of episodes. Really good though. I highly recommend it. Okay, and then one of the other ones that we just watched the next season of is All American. So All American is kind of along the lines of Friday Night Lights. It's the football. It's a football series is what it is. The thing with All American is it tends to get a little bit political, I noticed, in this third series or third season of it. And I like the way it goes, but then it's like we already deal with this modern day. This is something we deal with on a normal daily basis. And when I watch TV shows, I don't want to have to deal with that. That's the reason I watch TV shows, is to get away from, say, the news. And so even though everything about it is very important, it's just that I don't watch TV shows to have to bring all of that up. I want to get away from all of the negativity and all of the sadness in the world when I watch TV shows. And so that is kind of I don't know. I love it. Don't get me wrong. It's just a couple of episodes in there that are pretty hardcore political, it seems. If you are a football player or you are a coach, you are probably going to be sitting there going, why didn't they get some professionals or at least really good people to play these parts? Because when they're throwing the football, I've noticed that there's a lot of really bad throws, there's some bad kicks, there's bad plays, there's just, you can tell. I love Taye Diggs, don't get me wrong. Taye Diggs is the reason I started watching it to begin with. But you can tell he's definitely not a football player. He's definitely not a football coach. Because being around that pretty much all the time, it's just like that would never happen. But if you look at it from the point of view that it's just for fun, it's just, you know, a TV show, it's fine. But the show and just about everything about it is great. Again, this is not really for young kids. There's quite a bit of stuff in here that I don't recommend young kids watching. There's adult situations, there's language, there's drinking, there's things like that. So I wouldn't let young kids watch this. I would make sure that my kids are older and that they understand that, you know, they need to take this TV show with a grain of salt. You know, it's just something to watch. It's just something to just kind of relax and just get away from real life. But it is great. So the other thing with it is we just finished the 3rd season and there's about 100 cliffhangers at the end of it, and it's like, no, like we seriously need to start season 4 today, because that very last episode, the beginning of it shows like so much going on, and then it backtracks and goes through it all to tell you and show you what happened and why it happened and everything, and then it just leaves you standing wanting all these questions answered. I love a series. I love a good series. I love a good book series. I love a good TV series. I love a good movie series. I just don't like to be hanging waiting for the next. The anticipation is just awful. But anyway, but it is really good. So if you want another one to watch, that is a real good one. And so we've been watching several other things too. We did watch on Disney Plus. We've watched Luca. Luca is really good too. It's not a TV series or anything. It's a movie, and it is so good. I want to tell you about it, but I don't want to give it away either. But it brings like underwater and land, or ocean and land, together in a cute way. And so we loved it, or I did. I laughed. I loved it. I thought it was great. I highly recommend it, but it is so cute. It is an animated movie, so it is very cute though. Highly recommend it. And so Disney Plus doesn't really have any actual TV series or movie series going right now. We have watched WandaVision. If you have not watched it, I highly recommend it. It is so good. It takes you through the different years. It takes you through different television series throughout the years, I guess is the best way to put that. I've actually talked about WandaVision before. If you have not watched WandaVision, I think it starts in like the 50s, maybe the 60s. I want to say it starts in the 50s and goes through like modern day. And then it has that Marvel twist that they put into it. So if you have not seen it, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. We also watched Falcon and Winter Soldier. And it is so good too. It's more of modern day with a Marvel twist. So, you know, Marvel is definitely a little bit out there. It's more it is mostly sci-fi, but it's like a modern day, everyday person could, you know, go with it, understand it, completely see how it is, and then go from there with it. But it is really good too. I loved that series also. It's real down to earth, kind of. I don't know. It's more down to earth than what like WandaVision is, but WandaVision is really good also. So to me, they were equally as good. They're not anything alike. So I highly recommend that one also. These are both mini series, WandaVision and the Falcon and Winter Soldier. The other miniseries that they did is Loki. So if you are familiar with Marvel, if you're not really familiar with the Marvel movies, you might want to go through and do the Marvel movies and kind of get yourself familiar with the characters, but you don't have to. That's the one thing about WandaVision, about Falcon and Winter Soldier, about Loki. You don't really have to familiarize yourself with the actual movies. The crazy thing about it is, or the fun thing about it is that after you watch these miniseries, you're probably going to want to go back and watch them because they're just that good, and it actually makes you want to get more involved in those. So Loki is from the Thor part of Marvel, and it is good too. It's funny. It has more of a adult humor to it, I guess. You could let kids watch this. I mean, I don't think there's anything really that bad in it. I mean, I don't see any reason why kids really couldn't watch it. I mean, they do have fighting and guns and things like that, you know, so you might want to just make sure that, you know, they are okay with that part of it, but I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it's really funny. It definitely has that adult humor, but it's a good show. So if you want another mini series to watch, adults will totally get all three of these from on Disney Plus. So that may be something that you're interested in. And so we've actually looked at a few other series that we're thinking about starting. Like I said, The Haunting of Hill House, we're planning on starting it soon. We're actually thinking about maybe Fear Street. It's also on Netflix, and it seems to be done like each part is a different year. And so we're thinking about starting that one also. I don't know. They're pretty good. So anyway, I just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about some of the TV series that we're watching, been watching, and about to start watching. We tend to watch YouTube quite a bit more than we do anything else, but we do watch Netflix and we watch Amazon Prime, and we watch Disney Plus. Those are pretty much the biggest three that we watch other than YouTube. So Anyway, if you have a series or a movie that you love or you want us to watch, please leave me a comment down below and let me know. If there's one that you recommend or something that you don't recommend, let me know that as well. We don't tend to watch a lot of the scary movies or TV shows as much as we do more of the comedy. We like comedy type stuff more. But yeah, if you have something that you would like for us to watch, please let me know. And with that being said, you have a wonderful day.